I wonder if One Piece can get away with it more because of the tone of the show, where if something like this, if there was a move like this in, like Braveheart or something like that, I would be like, come on.
Well, yeah, I think you are a little bit, but I mean, I think it makes sense because you obviously have people with stretchy powers.
Exactly, that's kind of what's kind of hitting me.
So this being kind of just outside the realms of, actual possibility is like, yeah, that's fine. It makes sense for the world. I can believe this. So it doesn't break your suspension of disbelief.
It's funny how that's a weird achievement of the show.
Shadiversity.
Greetings, I'm Shad.
And greetings, I'm Tyrant.
And Tyrant, One Piece Season 2 has already dropped. Like, Netflix just drops it all.
Yeah,
Would you prefer?
That's how it's supposed to be.
No. Like, if it was weekly.
How the good Lord intended.
If it was weekly, this week, I think, would be the week where the episode I want to talk about drops, or it's maybe week. It would still be in the, it's like people would still be talking about it.
Sure, yeah, whatever.
We should still be talking about it because, well, look, I really liked One Piece Season 1. I actually like it more than Season 2, but I still really like Season 2. Tyrant is a bit of a serious snob, and he just can't get into it at all.
That's not even correct.
You said
no, but like it's. You really want to go into this? I was never the biggest fan of One Piece. That doesn't mean One Piece is bad at all. I think it's perfectly fine. Problem is, there's like 1,200 episodes or something like that.
Okay.
And then it's been going on since I was a kid.
I can't get into the anime, but the live action I very much can get into.
Yeah, but the problem I have is, do you think that they're gonna adapt all 1,200 episodes of story beats?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
We'll probably get 4 or 5 seasons. But what we have is fun.
Yeah, but I agree. I think that's perfectly fine. But it's one of those things where with manga and anime and that sort of stuff, they have a really big issue with sticking their endings. And there just kind of been this big controversy about Chainsaw Man's ending. Another one to the pile. So it's like, I would rather wait until One Piece ends. And if it has a good ending, then I'm like, yeah, let's go for it. But I don't even think that they're going to adapt the full thing.
Well, what we do have
So why start something if you know you're not going to be able to finish it? That's my whole point.
Because what we have is really enjoyable.
Yeah, it's fine. I watched season 2 recently.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to, because our channel is all about sword fighting and everything, I want to look at One Piece episode 3, specifically the big fight with Zoro. Because from my initial watching, I was quite impressed. I thought, okay, this is pretty good. But I haven't broken it down slowly to be ultra kind of, all right, let's actually look at the swordsmanship and see how solid it is, which is what the purpose of this video is. But it's going to be a, I guess, exploration. We're going to explore it together to find out if it is actually solid or if it's just well done Hollywood sword fighting.
Sure.
What's your memory of it?
It's just well done Hollywood stuff, which is nothing wrong with that. But yeah.
Even if, as we break down the technical swordsmanship, I don't know how well it'll hold up. Even if it doesn't, it still might. But if it doesn't, the achievement of such a long fight scene, we won't have time to go through the whole thing because it's just too long. But the achievement of what they did there with the stunt work and choreography, genuinely impressive. Like One Piece is just such an odd thing for me because it's really goofy.
Yeah. But
the fight scenes end up being pretty solid. From like season 1, I enjoyed a lot of the fight scenes there. And then it can actually end up being quite tense with its emotional beats and storytelling, even while being, and it's a fun contrast for me.
Sure.
So we are looking at episode 4 specifically, and we need to jump forward in the timeline to when Zoro starts fighting and kicking butt.
Now! What do you think of that, Chad?
Well, let's take a look again. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys. He runs to the side.
And they run straight.
And there does seem to be fewer people. All right.
You know the thing about swords, right, Chad, is that when you swing at someone, you can actually
adjust.
change
I'm
your...
not saying, but
now, what do you think you could do with your legs?
What has happened before, though, is I have committed to a strike, and as while I'm in motion, my opponent does something very quickly. I'm not saying it could pull it off to this level, but you've done it before, where you commit to something and you miss.
Sure. Well, I mean, like, we're talking about 7 dudes, and
Yes.
they're not moving very fast.
I know. Now, in terms of this right here, kind of ducking in under the strike, getting him in the gut, I'm fine with that. That's nothing wrong with there. That guy, he was kind of standing there to take it. They're doing a bit of this slow kind of waiting for it thing, but you know what, Sully? They are getting the timing tight enough so it doesn't look like they're just standing there waiting.
Sure.
So, that's working, right? Now we got into some tight, close-in shots. That exchange was good.
A lot of it is just basic kind of...
It is basic. I want you to be honest.
45 angle type deal strikes. A lot of timing, more on the stuntmen. Like Zoro's facing that way, so now I've got to run in for my beat. I'm up, open like this. He slashes me across the chest, right? There's not really too much going, because like this guy's just behind him that whole time. He could have stabbed him in the back.
I mean, yes, they get the advantage of him being out of frame.
But they're showing it on camera when he turns around.
Exactly. So I think they're nailing the timing right to make this still dynamic, because they're not showing him just standing there.
This one is more of a timing thing, because we're panning over to the camera with people like this. So it's very much just a timing beat.
Well, I think they're kind of nailing the timing on most of them. There are some that I'm like...
Because like, remember, look, there's people in the background just standing there. There's these people standing at the bar, just standing there.
Well, no, they're kind of recovering it on the back foot. Because in multiple fights, I have seen like a real fight where a guy, he's fighting multiple people, he takes off his shirt and just goes berserk. And he lays into one, jumps to another, and the first one's kind of stunned and is jumping from back, forth to one after the other. Because look, these two people, they've been slashed. They're injured now, okay?
Yep.
So they're not going to be jumping in around his back. We've seen who's behind him.
There's people there behind him.
So
directly to his back with nobody in between him and them.
Again, because I've actually seen this kind of like play out in the real world, where a group of people just like, all right, it's your turn. And they, for some reason, they really like, I've literally seen this. They think 3 people taking him on, that's enough. And I'll wait until someone drops and then I'm going to go in after. This is a thing that I've seen. I'm just, And so the people that are behind him now, they've just been knocked to the side, so they're not going to be getting him. Those engagers are fine. Those people are the ones that injured, jumps down, slashes them. They're getting up from the first, because he already slashed them, and so he slashes them again, and they're down. All right. I'm on the fence of this one. It looked cool. This was like rule of cool.
How do you need 2 people in the face over a table when they have blades presented forward to you?
What's the skill level that you're expecting from these people?
From these people? At least basic.
Basic? See,
100 basic people, Shad.
Yeah, I don't know about basic. Like, that one, he dodged someone coming in. I reckon that was all right. And so your question is this. All right. Yes, they were just kind of standing there. Okay. So those ones, in terms of the flip on the table, it's flair. I think that's fun.
Okay. But now that flip on the table, do you think that knocks you out and you're down?
Well, see, the question is what this guy was doing during the flip. Because he was just kind of standing there.
Since the beginning of the fight.
Yeah. And so now he's kind of just waiting for it. And then he just takes it.
Just goes like this. And just like...
Yeah. Look. There's issues when you really slow it down, like especially the one that just happened before.
But again, in motion, you don't really see any of this because it's all just a beat, right?
Well, they're nailing the timing
bang,
really,
bang,
really
bang, bang.
well.
Yeah, but the moment you slow it down, you go, oh, yeah, obviously.
Well, then what they've done really well in this fight scene is hide those kind of, people on the sides waiting.
Like I said, I think it's great. The only issue that I have is just every time someone comes in a frame, they're kind of just like this. They're like, here, let's slash me. Like,
case in point, guy right here.
Yeah.
And then after he takes out him, the next guy is doing the exact same thing.
Look, he's coming in.
He's coming in really wide over swings, leaving themselves open. And of course, this is intentional.
That's like the 7th time this is happening.
This is intentional for the
actor Zoro.
Yeah, and this is the stuntman saying, "All right, this is your cue." They've been able to hide a lot of it because it's moving so fast, though.
Yeah, Well, they're only selectively trying to show you stuff, right?
Mhm.
See, now this is the beanie guy that just got kneed in the face, and it took him that whole time just to get up and get over to the other side of the table, right?
That
Now-
one I'm okay. Well,
No.
I'm
I'm saying that's fine, but keep in mind they're showing you this now after he's just taken out the two other guys. So it's all about the beat each time.
This is an ouch. They're like just going for the jugular. So yeah, that guy's not coming back from that. What?
Thank you, Shad, for your commentary. The guy who got his neck slashed, he's probably not going to come back from that one.
Well, the reason why it stands out to me is like you think One Piece is all goofy, and then you see like a guy just get his jugular slashed.
Well,
It's
to
like,
be fair, there is a lot less blood here that should
oh
be.
yeah, I
Like,
do.
This floor should
I
be.
know it should just be pulled.
Yeah.
Like the amount of slashes he's landing on people.
Is-
If they were being realistic with how violent those injuries would be, yeah.
This week's exclusive video is a fun one. This week, we are going to test what's actually better in terms of stabbing, dagger or an arrow? Because look how pointy this arrow is. Surely you could do as much penetrative power, with a nice stab as perhaps a dagger, which is a bit wider, but there's only one real way to find out. And we're going to test it, and that's the exclusive video for this week. And you get this entire video, as well as all of our exclusive content for just $1 a month. $12 in the year, and that is what is supporting us, genuinely. And so if you want to ensure you keep getting content like you are on the main channel, well, please consider supporting, and you do that through Patreon, Subscribe Star, or channel memberships, and then you get this awesome video, which is really, really cool. So I hope to see you there.
So the only problem I have, like my biggest critique, isn't even about any of the realism or that. It's just that every combatant is coming in just for a big overhand slash. Every single one of them.
I could be like more okay with
So
this,
look,
right?
there's
Yeah,
another
this guy
one
big.
here.
If all these people are just total amateurs with sword fighting.
I don't even think that's true, because if you get 100 people, no matter what 100 people you get, there's going to be some variance at the very
because
least.
the thing is, these are all supposed to be Baroque work, like agents.
Even
that
if they're not
should-
agent, even if they're grunts, they should at least understand
as
there are
grunts,
different ways
there
to
should
hold
be
a
some-
sword. Variance.
like they're running in so,
Committed.
but also no regard for defense. That if they were all like, this is the first time they pick up a sword and then they're just going berserk, I could say, yeah, I could accept some of them acting like this, but the context of the scene is that these guys aren't supposed to be like this. But you're not really thinking about this, and again, because it's moving so fast, like especially like this scene, he's just going 1, 2, 3, 4, knocking them all out one after another.
Again, keep in mind, I think this works for a couple of different reasons, right? The first reason is obviously for, like, I would say the beats of the scene, the safety of, like, kind of the stuntman, and also kind of what they're giving to the actor Zoro, right? It's very easy to hit someone kind of how you want if they're just open like this, right?
Yeah.
You don't really have to worry about actually taking their blade offline or parrying it or really doing much. You can kind of just slash them any which way you want, which makes it a lot easier for you to flow, which is what you're seeing the actor do, right? If you're just open and wide, you just go bang, 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 bang. Looks great. So it's a lot easier for the actor to do this, because essentially everybody's giving him, what's the right word? They're giving them his sword, right? And they're making it a lot easier for him.
So I want to look at this exchange that's about to come up. But the question is, right, could this scene be done really any better? And I'm not sure, because this is such a complex like fight sequence that's going very, very long. Yeah, I think this
I
is
think
as good as you could
expect, definitely for like this sort of thing. Yeah, sure. 100%.
Are there things that might be able to raise it from a technical level? I would say actually yes. I'm not sure that would raise the enjoyment of the fight scene. Maybe just for like ultra,
I think that's a very good point.
sword nerds like
you
us.
could make it better, little things here and there.
Like
but
just have him hold a guard as they're coming in and have him engage the blade, knock it out, and then hit them.
But does it matter? And I don't think it does.
Yes and no. I do know when you see actual technical swordsmanship that's really impressive on display, even though people might not understand it, it does have better impact. It looks more skillful.
Sure, but for someone like Zoro and for this sort of context, he's supposed to be super powerful. And, so like, I just don't think it would raise for this particular context.
Mm-hmm. So he does an interesting thing here, and this is for Flash, but he kind of manipulates his opponent's weapons. This guy coming in is like just no weapon up. Zoro is he is totally open to this guy that's just come in. So if the guy had any skill,
you can see his blade down there.
Oh, yeah. So his blade is actually right here. So yeah, if this guy had any skill at all, Zoro would be dead. This is one of those moments where it's like, I've been very critical of stuff like this in other fight scenes. So this, I say, is, it's a problem. I don't know what he's doing. He's like stumbling, flailing around. Zoro has engaged the guy's sword, is bringing it over to the guy's neck. And then the guy with his sword tries to hit Zoro, right? And Zoro then grabs his sword onto his neck. All right, so you would, I get it for the Flash, but part of us, doing this is to be, critique it from a realistic point. It couldn't happen. And the reason is because your opponent would never be so compliant to let you just manipulate the sword so easily.
That's the word I was looking for before. Compliant.
Compliant.
I knew there was a word specifically for this sort of context of fighting.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry, continue on.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome for bringing it to your memory there, Tyrone. Yeah, they're trying to sell it. And again, I watched this first time through. I thought it was fun. It was a lot of fun, right? And you don't really pick up on all these specific things. But as you break it down, you're like, okay, this right here. Either they're trying to sell it that the guys are so dazed that they can't even control their body, yet they're still on their feet. And then Zoro is just manipulating one sword over there, one sword over there. This is...
Well, okay, the problem I have with manipulating swords in this way is that's just not how the leverage of a sword works, if that makes sense. So if I was to block a strike from Shad and he wanted to move my blade somewhere where I didn't want to move it, it's very easy for me to just take it offline, to drop it down low, to move it back or whatever and put it where I want. It's almost impossible because swords are not sticky type things, right? They slide very easily, especially on the flats, right? So Shad trying to like move my sword where he wants it is just, I wouldn't let him do that. Yeah.
And so getting this is purely for rule of cool.
Oh yeah.
And with the type of show, like it's fun. So this is like totally unrealistic. Totally unrealistic. I wonder if One Piece can get away with it more because of the tone of the show, where if something like this, if there was a move like this in like Braveheart or something like that, I would be like, come on.
Well, yeah, I think you are a little bit, but I mean, I think it makes sense because you obviously have people with stretchy powers.
Exactly. That's kind
giant
of
cactus
what's
islands.
kind of hitting me.
So this being kind of just outside the realms of, actual possibility is like, yeah, that's fine. It makes sense for the world. I can believe this. So it doesn't break your suspension of disbelief.
It's funny how that's a weird achievement of the show.
Well, when you're looking at just in the next scene, you see people with crazy weird powers and they're all funky. This is the least of
I know, right? It's like the show has gotten you to suspend critical thinking of reality so much.
Like at the start of this episode when Zoro is fighting Mihawk in his imagination with the little dagger, knife, whatever we want to call it, like that, right? That's not going to happen, but it's so believable because of the context.
Exactly. The show gets you to accept the absurd. And because that, it's like gotten me to be far more lenient even on the swordsmanship, which is baffling and surprising, but this is where we're at.
Yeah.
But, wow. Okay. And then he just like slashes them, take it down, and poses. So,
hey, posing's cool.
I agree.
It's cool.
Zoro, like, I got to give props to the actor. He just plays it so straight.
That's how he is.
Yeah.
I think it's a dream job.
Oh, really?
I hate having to talk or smile or be expressive. I think he's got an awesome gig.
Well, there are episodes where he has to be expressive, like when he gets the paint that makes him laugh. Or posing. So that guy kind of doing the exact same thing, just like it's a kill me attack.
It's a compliant attack.
But the thing is, though, Zoro is moving really fast there. And it like the speed that they're able, they maintain such a good tempo in the exchanges that even the super compliant kind of goofy people, his commitment is still making it just look awesome. Guys, look at him go, just bang, bang, slash, slash, taken out. Barely any blood. This guy, we almost need to know nearly all the enemies are doing. They are
over just compliant.
This isn't compliant. This is massive exposing target areas in first engagement. Yeah, we need to name this
compliant.
No, this is beyond compliant.
It is. Compliant.
This is a kill me attack.
Yeah, which is compliance.
No, compliance is like I'm letting you, manipulate me too easy. I'm not resisting enough. This is literally. Please kill me.
Sure, okay.
That's what it is. This is a kill me attack.
Stop saying kill. It's YouTube.
Delete me attack.
There you go.
It is a delete me attack. Again, that was a kill me attack. Delete me attack.
Yeah.
Big telegraph. A guy almost...
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh when we're slowing it down because obviously that's unfair to the actors, but he did a little bit of a block or a parry or whatever it was, and the dude just like, oh, this is so powerful. It's just a bit amusing.
Yeah. Human shield. Good tactic. Another delete me attack. Oh, hang on. Did he actually get hit then?
I think the other dude hit him. Teamwork.
All right, so this is what I want. Guys coming in, delete me attack, big telegraph. Zoro blocks.
One high, one low.
They've both got blunt weapons.
Yeah.
All right. And then this guy comes in.
But isn't that funny? The moment you
have a blunt weapon, they let him get hit.
Well, I mean, not only that, the moment two people attack at the same time, all of a sudden it's a hit.
Yeah. Yeah, and good thing it's blunt weapons this time, Yeah. It's just...
It's fine. Like I've got no problems
again,
with
when it's moving so fast, you're like, you're in the moment, right? Because they do want the hero to get hit. I can show that it's not just a complete cakewalk. All right, so this exchange. Sorry. This is just another. Please end me.
Yeah, two of them.
Yeah. Like, all right, yeah. The more it plays out, the more that you see it. Don't it?
Well, I mean, it was in the first opening scene where he just runs slightly to the side and they all just go straight. Come on.
Because this guy is just like suicide.
Yeah.
Yep. I like that.
Yeah.
His environment,
That's fair, though.
Yes, but he was still doing the...
It was. Yes. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but in this specific context, if somebody's higher than you, their legs are super close to you and your head is actually further away. Like, we've done this before.
We have tested this a lot. This is the whole high ground thing that Star Wars perpetuated.
No. Not in Star Wars perpetuated. In specific contexts, it matters. But on a one-on-one duel, when you're very close to one another, you don't want the high ground.
Star Wars perpetuated having a high ground.
No.
In the one-on-one duel.
No. They have powers, dude. It's different.
What do you say? We've debated this a lot.
We don't have powers, okay?
We even tested this on the similar slope and everything.
If we don't have powers, so it doesn't count. In Star Wars,
look at this. You criticize me for a bit of softballing this. Look at you with the prequels, dude. Yeah, you got nothing.
Come on, let's get back.
Yeah.
The problem I have with a lot of these injuries is they're not really fatal. A lot of them. Even the slashes are not going to kill you like instantly. Don't get me wrong, you don't want to get slashed across the chest.
A slash across the chest, I agree.
Yeah, but it's not like an instant death sort of thing. And even like that, where the guy got kneed in the shoulder / maybe the head, that's not going to put you out for good. This dude getting thrown off a bar and falling onto the ground, you're not going to be out for good type thing. There's been a lot of that.
Well, I think because they have limited stuntmen, so they need this stuntman to come in.
Sure,
But
sure.
again, like that's the meta kind of narrative. Looking in, you're right. Like it's funny though. There are some people in this fight who would easily be able to get up and keep fighting.
Yes.
And then other people who should be completely out of the fight from what the hit they took, and they're still fighting.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. Funny, I meant. Well, that was kind of cool. Oh, hang on. Actually, let me break it down. It looked cool, but my criticism of using unarmed attacks is why do you resort to a kick when a slash would have landed as well? So I want to see if he does that here.
I'm fine with that.
I mean, okay, this I am. You know why I'm fine with it? He's jumping over the table
And
and
he kicks
using
at
the
the same
same
time.
motion.
But the only problem I have is why is his sword all the way down here disengaged
It's
while he's running straight at an enemy?
All the enemies here are please delete me enemies.
Yeah.
And they're leading with that. And so it's interesting. I have more criticisms of the people Zoro is fighting than Zoro's moves he is resorting to. Zoro's moves he's actually using all seem solid, committed, and fun.
Yeah.
For the most part. I'm not saying it's perfect, but and that's another thing that I think sells it, because when you're watching this, who are you really watching?
You're watching Zoro.
Exactly. That's the person you're really following.
It is funny because I'm just thinking about, I'm like, maybe the Knight of the Seven Kingdoms has just spoiled me so much. Because I just think, I'm thinking back to that context, I'm like, man, they're so good. Those swords are always somewhere where they should be. They're always thrusting at some point. They should.
See, it can be done. It can be done.
Yeah.
All right. So this, as we mentioned, we're okay with. Gets a kick because he's jumping up on the table. And he uses the momentum to spin around and then follow up with a slash. I'm okay with that. Deflects blocks. If these were any competent enemies.
This is cartoon.
Yeah. He would lose his legs.
If you can watch someone do this, you can move your blade to do this.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
I love the pose landing.
Yeah.
And that's like that's the
superhero
one,
landing.
Yeah, superhero landing. That's the one Deadpool memed on.
Yeah.
All right. The thing is though, this is a long fight scene. Let's jump a decent amount ahead. And my expectation is that it's actually very similar. Style choreography. So I reckon I want to watch it because this is where he gets his next sword out. Is dual wielding. And so look, the guy, again, delete me attack. That guy's kind of standing there. Yeah. This one. Okay. The guy coming in from the right here.
I really don't have much criticism for dual wielding stuff because it's so bloody hard.
It is hard.
It's not only hard to for the actor to do. It's also really hard to choreograph and beat at the right pace. And I don't think I've ever seen it done properly, and I don't think I ever will see it done properly.
It's very hard. Like the fact that they're able to make it still in engaging and enjoyable. Again, it goes to that thing where it's like, I could we expect more? Almost as like this is good enough for what they're trying to achieve, because like now there's multiple people, and this is where it gets really hard because this guy on the left, he was just kind of standing there, he didn't even get hit. Oh, he got knocked by the guy into him. So the guy got knocked into him.
And this is more of a wide moving shot where I think they're trying to hide a lot of things.
Yeah.
Which I know is fine. Yeah.
Well, because that guy came in, he literally slashed and hit air.
Yeah.
And they might say Zoro dodged it. He actually didn't. Zoro was a stationary target with his back towards him. So, but this is going into the whole thing that dual wielding with multiple opponents is really hard to choreograph.
It's probably, I would probably say it's the hardest. Actually, I can't think of something else that would be more difficult to do than that.
Yeah. But all right, his opponent, judging what he was how he was trying to fight, doesn't know how to use swords. Like it's a complete noob. Like even in the world, what they're showing here, when it's like you wonder how skillful are these opponents supposed to be? Let us know in the comments. Like, do you think these Baroque Works agents should be more skillful than how they're being depicted, or they're all just that useless?
I think it's more interesting that they all have swords. Why don't they have guns? or any other weapons?
Because this is a sword fight.
Exactly. It's funny that, isn't it? We've got 100 guys on an island and they all just happen to have swords.
I'm okay with that. Because swords are cool. Screw guns.
Okay. Well, this next bit, I think, is the most interesting part of the fight, because everything after this is just the same sort of stuff. He's fighting someone with a different weapon type.
But there's actually a number of these in One Piece.
Yeah.
Like, you know, hey, the guy likes giant clubs. They're fun.
They are.
So it's interesting. This is like the what is it? The ninja ratio, where if you have 100 ninjas, they're all weak. If you have one ninja, is super tough. They're kind of structured like this guy, just by the mere pause and the prep to the engagement. That's the show signaling that this guy is better than everyone else Zoro has fought. And you know what? That wasn't terrible.
No, it wasn't.
That wasn't terrible.
Moving at something that big and that heavy, that
you
quick.
were super strong to do it, but he actually stopped the motion, then redirected it back at Zoro. I want to watch that again because that wasn't bad. And so this is where the show, I think, starts to do really well, much better than what we've seen in the choreography. It's one-on-one. It does better with one-on-one.
We'll see.
What do you
mean?
Because that was
good.
That's good. And it also, and I can't frame back, but it looked like that Zoro had to duck under that. Otherwise, that was hitting. Bit telegraphed, but it's a heavy weapon. I'm okay.
What about that?
Zoro was kind of hitting air with that. Yeah.
Oh, and there's two of them at the same target. So you spoke way too soon.
All right. Dual wielding. Is there ever a moment where you think it would be justified to do a double hit?
Maybe in like a really tight corridor, but even then you can thrust. Maybe some weapon that is like so ridiculous where I'm like, I need the extra like leverage on two separate points of it making contact. Now, that's not the same as that though.
No, but it does it's the question, like, is there ever a time where you would do a double hit?
Yeah, for something like huge, I'm like, damn, I'll use two hands to kind of spread the force.
I actually think even your leverage is off doing it. Like if you would get more momentum by going hit than just.
I'm talking about like if I had to catch something. If I had to catch something.
Yeah, maybe. I can forgive the holding on in the bind because that was very short. So this is where choreographing dual wielding becomes very tricky. Okay, because.
Well, where's that other blade?
Exactly. As soon as you have two weapons, your options and combative ability is actually really enhanced, especially if you're fighting a person with one weapon. The only way to kind of really balance it out is if you have reach advantage or a shield or something to balance the odds. Because as soon as you lock away the opponent's weapon with yours, you have a free weapon to just hit them. And this is essentially what's happening. Like this guy's trying to lock away Zoro's weapon. Zoro has another sword there.
Okay. The first problem is that a giant spiked ball is not going to be locking away a sword to begin with, right?
But even if it got it like this, Zoro literally has
another
sword ready to stab him.
Just bang,
yeah. And is doing nothing with it. So, and then he gets his sword stuck. It's like, Zoro, you still got your other sword, mate. You could even let that go, draw the third sword, and still fight. And so this one is a little.
Have a look at that sword.
Yeah, it's a bit bendy, isn't it?
It's a bit bendy and upside down.
Yeah. I mean, it was aimed for him. He had to dodge. Okay. So the question is, he was running into two other people now. What's the guy with the mace doing? Because
taking a break.
Enough time has passed, and they've shown him be able to redirect and attack easily fast enough to have hit Zoro in the back at this point. Yeah. And literally, he was just standing there. Maybe he was just like, "All right, you deal with them. I want to take you one-on-one."
Sure.
Because he was just the whole time, and it's kind of still standing. Oh, now he finally gets in. Okay, bit slow to recover, but that I'm good with. And Zoro is what I liked about that. He actually did have to dodge. Those hits were directly aimed for where he was standing, especially here, right? So he had to dodge that, and then he runs in underneath. I like that.
So many overhead chops with heavy weapons.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it looks really cool on so many different things, but when you actually think about like an overhead chop with something heavy, it doesn't make a lot of sense because the recovery time is slow. If you miss, it's easy to dodge or even parry, right? When you actually think about it, it's like, why would you do that?
We've actually tested that. Like in one of the giant swords that Tyrant made, we tested, and the recovery, it puts
because
you at
even
such a
you were
disadvantage.
someone who thought it was like, yeah, we'll do an overhead chop. I'm like, why? Why do people like overhead
in
chop?
practice, when you test it, it's like,
dumb.
It's not really working.
I mean,
well.
I think it's fine for this, right? I was just, it's something you notice with a lot of heavy weapons. It's always a big, I'm going to slash down at you.
All right, finally gets hit, knocked through, and then, yeah.
I mean, was there anything else you wanted to check in this?
That's
'Cause, like, the
it's a
rest of
long
it-
fight scene. It'll take too long to go through everything. But this has kind of red-pilled me on the fight scene. Well, look, all right. It was a lot of fun. It still is a lot of fun.
It's great.
And the nature of the show gets you to just accept the absurd.
Yeah.
But when you break it down, there were a lot of technical, problems. Interestingly enough, I still really enjoy it.
It's great, yeah.
Yeah, this hasn't I said red-pilled, but I'm not like black-pilled on the show or the thing. It's still a lot of fun, and for all the reasons that we explained, all right? But on a technical breakdown, no, this isn't the best swordsmanship on a technical level.
Sure.
But it is very Hollywood-esque, flamboyant, action fun.
Yeah. I mean, he's an actor, right? We have a whole bunch of stuntmen. How do you get him to beat 100 people? Well, camera moves, fast pace, a lot of compliant sort of, movements from the NPCs, the stuntmen, whatever. And then you get this sort of thing, which is great. I don't think there's a big problem with it.
And I still want to give credit to the length of the fight scene and how they keep up the intensity and the enjoyment. And they try and mix it up with different engagements. It's not just like slash dead, slash dead, slash dead. He's moving around. And the thing that does stand out that I think is worth praise is the actual movements of Zoro. Like his movements were, fun, fast, and sometimes had good technical complexity. Other times are a bit less. But that lifted the fight scene where most of his opponents were the ones doing the stupid stuff.
Yeah. I could agree with that, sure.
What do you guys think? Have you seen One Piece Season 2? Let us know in the comments. And a video that I think is also really fun is we actually look at the armors from Night of the Seven Kings. We do the fight scene as well, and the fight scene is great. You should check out the whole fight scene breakdown of Night of the Seven Kings, but then also the armor. Both videos are available. It's right there, guys. Cheers.